this is for the first movie?
Yes.
So you've worked with Pattinson a couple of times now.
Yeah, 4 times now. But this was the first shoot I had worked with him. And Kristen was on the shoot, and I had worked with her a couple of times before. So it was kind of nice because, I think she spoke highly of me with him. So there was art. It just kind of felt natural. Actually, what's funny.
That's a pretty elaborate set.
Actually, this set was a shot that I'd used this. This is in Griffith Park, and actually it shot Ashley Judd on that very same tree trunk like 5 years ago. Wow. And I love this tree trunk. I love this. This is like Ferndale. I love that area.
Ferndale and what?
Michelle, where are you?
Griffith Park. All right.
Okay.
I'll have my people look that up.
So actually, Kristen is actually laying on that log, but we needed some more singles of Robert. And I thought it looked particularly vampirish here, so we just sort of erased Kristen from the...
Kristen is there?
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
Well, that's actually a Mary Ping idea.
Okay. Now, just, I do have to tell everybody that James did not supply me with these. I stole them from the World Wide Web.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So the new poster for the new movie.
Yes.
And is that all in camera, or?
Well, the shot of the 3 of them, actually that's not a comp. I mean, obviously the background's from a separate image, but the 3 of them, that was a single shot, and the 2 of them was a single shot. But then it's, in doing a movie poster, basically, you've got to be really well organized. And luckily, the ones that I've done, I mean, with Cimarron and Summit and, with BLT, everyone is really well prepared about what they need. So, because this actually, the ones of the Voltari were done, like 3 months later, but they're actually included in a group set. So you've got to shoot them in every particular angle, like 360. You've got to in every position imaginable. So.
And is that easy? Is it tedious? How do you tell your subject that, by the way, pretend you're on a Lazy Susan?
Well, you don't make it so mechanical for them, but when you're doing that, basically you're you're working all day. You're not stopping because every time you turn around, there's a new person that you need to photograph. Right. And luckily, they're able to sort of the people that I'm working with, with either whether it's Cimarron, the BLT, that they're able to sort of pinpoint and decide, what, this is the angle we need, this is what we need to do, and you're just sort of trying to get as much information in the camera that you can possibly give them later on to utilize for every possible poster imaginable.
Right. They want all the aspects.
Obviously, this is probably maybe 3 comps.
Right, because they want to do a horizontal and a vertical and a...
Horizontal, vertical, singles, group shots.
Extreme horizontals, bust sides, the whole thing.
Yeah. So, it's a totally different animal because, you don't really know. They kind of visualize the end result and you're sort of in for the ride, but you actually don't know where they're actually going to take it. So you just try to get as much information for them as you can. And
what happened here? He's all wet.
Well, this was for the movie. I can't remember the name of the movie, but there's a lot of rain involved and snow involved. But the problem with this shoot is that we actually did it outside of Stage 4 at Quixote, which is now Smashbox. And thank you, Dee. And I thought that we were going to have the water would be warm, and it wasn't. So it was a water truck, and we were spraying him down with super cold water outside. But he was a real trooper. And what was unfortunate is when he came to the set, his dog ran off. So everyone got in the car and we were patrolling, the whole area of Santa Monica around Trader Joe's.
Looking for Jake's dog.
Yeah. So actually most of the day was wasted looking for Jake's dog, which luckily he found. But then, so I think at that point he was so happy we found this dog, he didn't mind being submersed in freezing cold water. And then for the publicity and the poster for MI3, basically they told me, okay, look, you know what, you have 1 hour with him, and we need publicity shots, we need stuff that we can use for the poster, but you have an hour. So
publicity and key art in an hour.
Yes. So, which, that's really difficult.
Yeah.
So we go into this, we have a massive warehouse space downtown, and we go in, we have like maybe 7 hot sets, which is a lot. So basically when Tom arrived, he could go from one to the other, to the other, to the other.
All pre-lit, all ready to go.
Everything. So I was with Shotzi that night, one of my producers, and we'd finished the pre-light, all the sets were, ready to go, and we get a call, it's like 10:30 at night, and we get a call from Tom's people, and he goes, you know what? Tom said you can have 2 hours. And then I started to freak out, oh my God, what am I gonna do with him for 2 hours? Because it's like, I'm like prepared for 1 hour, It's like 2 hours, it's too much time. I don't want 2 hours. Just give me the 1 hour. So anyway, he ended up actually staying for longer, but.
What did you do after the first hour? Just
you know what? You know how it just
watch the game.
Time just evaporates.
Yeah, that's true.
So whether you have 1 hour or 12 hours, it's still never enough time. So, but I mean, in my head, I was so prepared just for that 1 hour that to double that amount of time was just at the very last minute was debilitating for me.
No, I'd rather be told you have less time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.